The option to process rate data is available in all versus time modules. In this example, we will use a Saphir document where we have high-frequency rate data from a continuous multi-phase flow meter that we want to simplify. We go to Edit QA/QC and we ensure that the option Edit Q is activated. We can operate on a defined period or select the whole data set. Assume we want to average the data over a certain period. Select the time period, go to Process and select Average. The program by default will replace the rates by an average rate value with the same cumulative over the selected time period. We can preview the edited rate by clicking on the preview icon. We now have the choice to make the change on the existing dataset, create a backup, or create a new channel for the edited rate data. Another much used option is to simplify the complete dataset. We can skip selecting the data interval and go straight to Process. Click Simplify and we see that all the rates have been selected. We now have 5 methods to simplify the rates. First choice is a fixed rate difference. We enter 5,000 barrels per day, click on the Preview button, and we see that the data size is reduced from 55,136 to 205 data points. The second option is delta time. If we use a 1-hour interval, the original data set is reduced. The third option of the percent delta rate looks at the relative difference between the data points. Using a value of 10% reduces the data set to 1,277 points. The fourth method is to use a combination of the percent delta rate and delta time options. This will select all rate periods, which fulfill both conditions. Finally, we can do a straight resampling over fixed periods of days, weeks, etc. Another averaging method is the moving average simplification. Here we enforce a specific output frequency with an averaging window around that point. In this case, we have an hourly output averaged with a 1-hour window around every point. Please note that this option does not always reduce the data set as it depends on the frequency of the input data. The next option is the Add step. This will enable us to add a flowing or shut-in period at the beginning or end of the rate sequence. And finally, there is the transform function, where we can use a multiplier for the time and rate values. This concludes this video on Saphir Pressure Transit Analysis module. To learn more about this or any other KAPPA modules, browse the website for literature, more videos, and example data, or contact support at kappaeng.com or your